daddy issues. It's not just for women. Some of the men, they have daddy issues as well. You know, we sit there and some of us were raised by single mothers and everything like that, and we are having trouble as an adult. I know that my husband and I, when we were together, his dad died when he was about 2 years old. You know, and I know that some of his, we'll say, quirks in life may have been from his father not being there. You know, so I'm thinking to myself that daddies definitely should be in the household. You know, even if it's not dads, I think that it takes two parents to raise children. It takes a village, you know? So I know the daddy issues that I had in life myself, you know, I really in adulthood and still today that I kind of like model my life after what I wished I had. You know, I stayed with my husband for 22 years. We did raise our children all the way up until they were 17 or 18 before we separated. And I wanted that unit where it was like, you know, we had the White House, we had the dog, 2.5 kids in the house. You know, my other children were adult children, they were out. But it's like I wanted that, you know, stable foundation that it was supposed to be like the American dream, you know. And I know today, you know, it's totally different, which is good. I kind of wish that I had that back then. But our models were always on magazines. Y'all don't know what magazines are. Yes, y'all do. Okay, so our models over magazines were that house. It had the white picket fence, it had the white dog running around, and it had the children playing on the play swing. And the father would be sitting there mowing the lawn, and the mother would be on the side, you know, either watching the kids or you'll see a picture of her in the kitchen cooking. So I kind of modeled myself and I stayed in a relationship that wasn't good for us, you know. I became toxic as well because I definitely would not blame my husband for, you know, just being the only one who was toxic. I became toxic. Lord have mercy. That's one thing that I love that I can't edit because Danielle, ooh, I stutter. Sometimes I get so tongue tied. It's weird. But anyway, you know, wanting a father in the household and everything like that made me in my adult life do what I wanted as a child. And I think sometimes we relive, not relive, but we live our adulthood how we wanted our childhood. You know, because my father, I think he left maybe around when I was 5 or 6, something like that. So my father left around 5 or 6, you know, and you know those absentee parents, you kind of put them on a pedestal. My mom was doing all she could, but only thing I could see is my dad. I wanted my dad, you know, and she was working 2 jobs, going to school, but I still wanted my dad. I wanted my dad. And so later on in life, I sat there and I got a man. I mean, my husband is so funny. Not funny because, you know, with like daddy issues or whatever, my husband reminds me of my father. My father was like 6'1", 6'2", something like that, dark skin, low haircut, all this type of, you know, manly man. He was in the military, this, that, and the other. My husband is 6'1", dark skin, low haircut, very attractive man. My father was very attractive. My father was kind of like flashy with the clothes and all this kind of stuff, and so was my husband when we first met each other and everything like that. So it's kind of, and was so weird. Oh my God, I just remember this. I met my husband 9 months after my father passed. So, you know, I was probably trying to replace my father. You know what I'm saying? So, I mean, the daddy issues and everything like that, they go a long way. Like I said, he had them, I had them. When we went to therapy together, it kind of like came out. It's like spilled out. You know, we kind of realized, hey, some of this stuff has to do with my dad. you know. And so it's like, you sit there and you miss them, and like, hey, what can I do to like get over this? Because of the simple fact both our fathers are gone, what can we do now to go to the next step? But it's hard, because still to this day, you miss that male role model. You miss that masculine energy. You want that in your life and everything. Even me being separated from my husband for let me see. Ooh, it's almost 4 years now. But 3.5 years, you still miss that masculine. That's one reason that I love, God so much, because you have that masculine, that overall energy that you need, that protecting energy. Even though I'm a tough girl, and everything like that, you still want that masculine like energy. So, daddy issues will do some damage, but I am so glad for therapy and everything. And even though, my husband may have not resolved those issues and everything like that, it's in me, and I can see it in my sons, them sometimes. So I'm like, I'm gonna stop saying like, I'm sorry. I apologize for coughing. I had popcorn order. Oh, I told you I stutter. It's cool. Tongue tied and stutter. But I got popcorn, and I'm trying my best to talk and and, and convey what I'm saying, but it's irritating the heck out of me. But yes, daddy issues are something. And I'm telling you, these days you have to work, because I've had a lot of therapy. I've had like group therapy, and thank God. And I've had therapy like 101. After our marriage was dissolved and everything like that, I had to have therapy as well. My daughter took it. We definitely had to get in and kind of work out some things. But if those are the things that you kind of deal with, you can see the way the building blocks are around your life that you have, that you're trying to replace your dad. You'll see here and there, like, oh my God, and you'll realize it. But you can work on those things, and you definitely can get through it. Believe me, daddy issues don't have to sit there and control your life. They really don't. Appreciate the things you have. If you still have your mom around and everything like that, appreciate that. Because she may have had to be mom and dad, during that time. Because of the simple fact we need, like I said, like that masculine energy, and that's what it was. I needed that. But I thank y'all for listening and everything like that. Y'all have a blessed day. Love y'all so much. Thank you. Bye bye.